Hello traders, this is the weekend video, the bigger picture one, and in this video I'm going to go through the daily, weekly and monthly charts of DAX and US indices. Now this is a comparison between DAX index daily and futures daily, zoomed in on the few weeks of price action, while this one here was made on Friday in the morning. And this one is showing the price action from March low. The point here on DAX is that we already had a gap up like this on Monday, both on futures and on index, and we already had that situation that futures filled that gap. That would be the one here. This one was from Wednesday, April the 8th, but the index didn't. So index went down also where futures already were, but filled the gap partially only. When that is the case, that is the sign of strength. And this week we had the exact same situation. On Thursday, futures filled this gap, which was made on holiday Monday. Because it was a Whit Monday and Memorial Day in the same time, and market used that lack of volume and liquidity to push higher. But as we can see on index, the part is still left, and we can say for the next period, as long as the market is above this, the large time frame bias is still going to be neutral bullish, while the intraday bias can be a different one, like we had this week a few days, neutral intraday bias. What is here also to note is that Monday high was the weekly high, and that Monday high came only 70 points away from the previous all-time high, while all other indices, US indices, made new all-time highs. So this is now zoomed in. This is here Friday, and we can also observe on these charts, both of these charts, that there was no downside follow through below the Monday low. Futures just filled the gap, but there was a tail, no downside follow through, and closes both on Thursday and on Friday were above the Monday low. So still eyes are going to be on the same positions. Lower eye on the gap, which was partially filled, upper eye on the all-time high. Now, when we compare DAX with other indices, we are going to do that on the weekly chart. You can see that high here, while S&P actually had a 2-week balance breakout and made new all-time high. Now, Nasdaq same, also from the 2-week balance to the new all-time high, while this is Dow Jones break to the new all-time high, and this is Russell, also a breakout to the new all-time high, and Russell actually is the only one that has similar gap like DAX, the one that is visible even on the weekly charts. Now this weekend is a rare opportunity one, because we can actually see monthly charts as well, because we already have monthly candle closed. And let's start with DAX. So this is DAX on the monthly chart. You can see how it came to the spitting distance to the all-time high. While let's compare now DAX to the other markets. Let's use a blank chart now, because I think it's good enough just to observe the blank chart. This is April and May on the S&P, while this is April and May on Nasdaq, and clearly we can see that Nasdaq is the leading market, and that nothing bearish is going on any of these US indices. This is Dow Jones and this is Russell. So any kind of bigger pullback requires support breakdowns, and we can start with the previous week low, because look what happened on both Nasdaq and the S&P. 2-week balance, but what was the low of the previous week? It was a spring below the previous week low, and that happened on S&P as well. And that was the key point, in my opinion, a key simple charting point from month of May 2026, both on S&P and on Nasdaq. So we are going still with the neutral bullish bias on large time frames into the next week, in which there is really nothing much scheduled data wise except on Friday NFP report. That's the only scheduled news that can actually move the market, and obviously we should expect more news-driven moves and jerks regarding US-Iran conflict. So that would be it in this edition of the bigger picture video.